Taste Designs 107. I'm Yes in the car pack, you're the kings and queens, and today what I for you guys is a Photoshop tutorial showing you how you can make your own Twitter header. This is going to be the style that we're going to be making today. Now, I've been getting a lot of comments I just want to address, saying that I'm copying other designers and that I'm promoting this bad kind of behavior in the design community. Now, let me get one thing straight. You see all these designs here, they all use images, and all these images are copyrighted to Google. So technically, you don't have any intellectual property over your header. So that's just one thing that I want to address. Another thing is that I just want to teach people. I don't want to, copy other people and make money off that. Yes, I do upload the pictures to my portfolio, but I just take this for serious. I'm not going to be doing designing in the future for my future career, and I'm not going to be doing this anything related to money besides client work, and all the client work that I do is my own designs which I upload in Speed Arts. So without further address, I'm going to get straight into this tutorial. Again, make sure you go check out the original designer of the style, Kinzu, and give him a follow over Twitter. Alright, so this style is fairly simple to use. By the way, this is the guy, really good designer for Darth, and he does deserve a follow. Alright, so it does require a little bit of assets for this tutorial. We're going to be using this PNG, these clouds, and this moon. We might have to grab up another moon if this one doesn't suit. Also this font and this font. So first of all, we're going to download our fonts in zips, and then I'm going to save these as on my document. Tut. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, great. And I'm gonna open up my fonts and download these. Install them onto my computer. And bam. Okay, that's sweet. Now go back into your Photoshop, and the first step we're going to do is make out this backing and then do the character and everything like that. So we're going to go to File, Open, and again I'll have a download link in the description below where you can get all these images where you don't have to have the links, and just simply drag them onto your document. I'm going to press Ctrl T on this one. Hold Shift, and I forgot to Photoshop. Okay, hold Alt and Shift, and I'm going to do something like that. Okay, now press Ctrl T, and I'm just going to make out a drag like something like that, and drag this below my preview, lock my preview layer, and cut this off my preview. Okay, great. So now that we've got those clouds into perspective, we're going to make a hue saturation layer over this and do the saturation 0, and we should have something like that. What you can also do is, hopefully you can do black and white, and this will create a black and white over this, and we're going to mess with the cyans and greens just to bring out those blacks a bit more. We're also going to go into levels and mess around with those. Something like that will do. Okay, great. Then we're going to merge these two together. Press Ctrl L and bring out the blacks like that. Alright. Go to Filter, Blur, and we're just going to drop on a soft little blur onto this. Something like that. Then we're going to go to File, Open, and open up this picture. Drag this onto our document. Press Ctrl T and resize this one down to there. Okay, I'm going to press E on my keyboard to grab up the eraser. And with this one, the size is going to be 400 with hardness of 0, and simply just erase some of this stuff. Bam, 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 bam. And then bump up my size with Viagra. And do black and white. Okay, sweet. That's going to bring up that. I'm going to edit these in the cyans a little bit, just to bring out the same blacks as before. Just try and blend those in together with my previous image. Merge that together, press Ctrl L. Feeling a little bit more white, and like that. Okay, great. I'm going to just raise a little bit like that. Then go to filter, Gaussian blur, and blur it at the same rate. And then bam, we have like some more clouds over here, which will suit nicely. Then I'm going to close these two pics as I won't need them anymore. Go to my file, new file open, sorry, and open up this moon pic. Alright, I'm going to drag this one onto my document. Press Ctrl T, resize my moon as needed. It's a pretty large resolution, so there we go. Okay, perfect. And move that in the same position. Okay, I'm going to erase these ones off the picture, and or I can just simply grab my quick selection tool, grab up a size of it that matches the moon. Now select it, press Ctrl Shift I, Control Shift I, and delete the rest. Okay, sweet. Then we can go to press Ctrl U and bring down the saturation. Great. Zoom out of that one a little bit. Now with my eraser tool, I'm just going to do hardness 0 and just take away these edges because those need to be taken away. Oops. Okay. And press Ctrl L. I need to bring up the blacks more on this one, just because it is the moon. Alright. Now on my background below my clouds, I'm going to press M for my rectangular marquee tool, make a selection out there, and drop my black in, my grey or whatever you want to call it, onto that one. Alright. Okay. And this one can be chucked onto overlay, or even soft light, whatever floats your boat. Just try the different. I'm liking the overlay, and then just bring up my levels again. I need to make my highlights more pronounced. There we go. Alright, sweet. Now with my moon, I'm going to go to the blending options and chuck on an outer glow. This one is going to be white, and just the size a little bit. Spread like that. And a drop shadow. Like that. Alright. I'm going to right click and do rationalize this layer style, then go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur again. Now the radius is just going to be slightly less on this one, 2.3. Alright. Now with our character, I'm going to go to File, Open, and bring this one in. As I said, it's a PNG, so it's going to make our life a lot easier with this tutorial today. I'm going to press Ctrl T and resize this one right up. It's not the best resolution. I'm sure that there's like other ones out there. Okay, sweet. Now I'm just gonna try and see if I can manipulate this one in Topaz Labs with my Just 5 and find a good color correction for this one. Stylized. If not, I'll go into Magic Bullet Looks. I'm just gonna quickly skim through these. Anyone peeling for a game? I'll just respond to Miss Mabes. Alright. Okay, so that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna press Ctrl L because the levels have been manipulated on this one. Just bring up that one. Bring that and there. Now I'm gonna make a new layer, and with this I'm going to go to my brush, normal brush tool with the circle, bring up like that, and I will do a blue like this. Now just color it over like this one, right click, do create clipping mask, and this one can be put on soft light, and then bam, we have a really nice little tint. And just change the opacity on that tint, something like this, and then use your eraser tool. Just note that you probably want to use a large one, because the larger the eraser tool with the largest radius, the easier the larger the bleed in is, and the more blending you get. The more softer also it becomes. So something like that is really nice. And then with the tinting, we'll just calm down a little bit, bring that one in. And with my brush again, I'm just going to paint where I see fit, and just delete there with my brush. My eraser, and then repeat. Okay, sweet. So I've got some coloration in there, which is going to be nice. Alright, so once this is in Topaz, once this is in Magic Bullet Looks, it'll spice things up a lot. So we're going to make a new layer below this Assassin's Creed dude, and just make a box like that. I'm going to fill this box in with red, just pure red, and drop the opacity, or actually we can do like an overlay, or even go to normal and use fill. And right click this one to like a brighter red. Control J that a little bit, merge these two together. Alright, bring down the opacity. It's not working, we need an appropriate blending up. We can try color. That's what, yeah, color. And then press Ctrl U, bring up the lightness. And the saturation can go down. It's not the right red, bro. Press Control U. Okay, something like that will be okay for this one. And we're going to bring up our text, which I'm not too sure what was the downloaded text that we used. Hoiser regular, and this one's going to be 1. Okay, so just type it out vertically and then go to your character box here. And actually, no, you're not supposed to do that. You'll go to your text tool, hold down, and bring up the vertical type tool, and then do saw. Wait. Is that? Bring that one right up to like that. Press Control T. Resize that one there. And yes, and then with our character, just move this one. Something like that. Again, I don't like the red. I might like just cut the video and then continue on to the next step. Not too sure what I'm going to do. Alright, so then the next step, actually, I need to figure this out. Okay, so I got my bar like to what I kind of like it. And then I'm going to just press Control J on this one, move this one across, and just use something like that. Okay, for my next one. Alright, and I'm just going to do little cutouts of this, like that one. This is going to be a pain. Have to go and individually do it, but that's alright. There's not too many. And then again, I'm going to do saw. But in this time, I'm going to be using the Pepsi font. And it is going to be a lot smaller. Just like in your case, you are smaller where it counts. And I'm larger, so yeah, I'm just going to bump it down to your level, so I don't overwhelm the girl. No, I'm joking. Let's go. 200. Alright, sweet. I'm going to press Control T, resize this one down even more. Press Control J, and I don't need to press Control J because of we need to do vertical type, horizontal type, sorry, so then the deal. Normal. And then that's what it's going to look like. Let's just bring this one out a little bit, delete that one, and with our bar copy we can just drag this one out a little bit like that. Great. Now with my clouds, I'm just going to make a new layer over this, right click and do create a clipping mask. I'll create a clipping mask over the cloud so it looks like it's done like that. Great, we've got something like that. We're going to press Control J again. And on this one, we're going to do it over the deal and create a clipping mask. But the deal needs to be racialized type so that can show through. So now if this is normal, great. but we're going to change the levels so this one stands out more. Something like that. Sweet. And we're going to do a small drop shadow different to the preview, so it can just stand out like that. Right. And the saw will be okay to be like that. Now we need to do some little details like these lens flares coming in, so we're going to do that. Make a new layer above all this. Still haven't locked that preview. And go to filter, render, lens flare. Just fill this one in with white. Actually, no, black. So fill that in with black. Go to filter, render, lens flare. And just like kind of estimate it, because we're still going to bring it over here. Go to here and do screen, sorry, or color dodge. And alright, sweet. Then press Ctrl U and bring down the saturation to white. Right, perfect. And just resize that one. Something like that. And then go to filter, blur, glushing blur. And they'll blur that one out. I'm going to go to the opacity and just drag that one down a little bit. We'll get it like that, and then just erase it off my character because I don't want it there. Alright, then I'm going to make a new layer. Maybe this one just a little bit size. It's not, I don't want to like mess around too much with the lens, because like you can get a lot of like the exact same effect, I'm sure, but that's not what I'm like really keen for. Alright, so with my brush, I'm just going to change this one to 700 pixels like that. Bam, bam, bam. And then that's how you like create lighting with the brush, and just bring that one down. So it kind of like extends off to there. And again, you can put like some really nice little touches into here. Alright. Now with this back one, what I'm going to do is create a pen tool, press P for my pen tool. Do like a click like that. Create some nice little curves. And right click, do stroke. Wait, click stroke path. Oh, fuck that. Make selection, finally. Press OK. And we're going to make a selection with that red. Fill that one in. And then chuck that onto overlay. Or soft light. Press Ctrl D. Press Ctrl U. And bring up the saturation. Something like that. Sweet. Now in this little area, what I'm going to do is just make with your wand tool, should be. Now that one, I'm just going to go into this picture right here. I'm going to press Ctrl L, and this is just going to manipulate the levels just into this area. So I'm going to do something like that, and then press Ctrl D, and then you get something really nice like this. Now I'm going to make that selection again, go to filter, blur, glushing blur, filter, blur, glushing blur. And just zoom out so I can see what it looks like. And we should have something like that. Let's Just press Control F a little bit. Or you can also just use your brush tool, eraser tool along the edges of this one. But because of like you've already done those onto the what it's called, clouds, like it's already done. So we're going to just simply go to the blending options, go to drop shadow and add one, but I made this silly thing on a go. And just perfectly fit that one there. Alright, and I'll just drag this one below my deal. Right click, go to my blending options, do a drop shadow. Actually, you know what? I can do an outer glow. So bro just started in the game with Nick. Okay, so there we go. And now we're going to make these triangles. How much time is it? 29. Not too bad. We're going pretty good for timing. Right, next one, though. Okay, let me know if you're going to do another. Right. Do that. And we're going to make our pattern like this. So to get started off, what I'm going to do is just make it transparent. Grab up my polygon tool, do 3 sides, and then when I drag out with a triangle, I should have something like this. Now if I press U, I can go into the settings of these. I'm just going to do black and black. Right, how many triangles? 4 triangles across. Press Control D and do something like that. Press Control J, duplicate 4 triangles across. And that, press Control J again, press Control J, press Control J. Alright, and then crop that image right there. Now with all these triangles, merge these 2 together. We're going to go to image, edit, sorry. You know what? We can just simply use this one. Actualize layout and use this as like a little brush thing. Alright. And just drag these all over your document. Wrap up your eraser tools, something with like a size of like 80 or something, and just start erasing little triangles. Alright, press Control R. Go back to here and bring this one, another one back on. Resize that one. We'll keep this one as B. Erase those, press Control J, and press Control T, resize this one down to something like that. Alright, great. Now with all these polygons, I'm going to merge these into one layer, go to blending options, go to color overlay, and make this one white. Alright, right click and do rasterlize layer style, then I'm going to go here and do color overlay, and make something like that. Then I'm going to bring these on top of everything like that. Sweet. And then I'm going to duplicate my clouds again. Actually, you know what? I have a mountain pick that should be nice for this one. I think it's in my downloads. Yes, it is. Hopefully it is this one. And just drag this onto your document. Here it is. Bring it all over these and bring it right over my triangles. Right click and do create clipping style. Create clipping mask. And that's going to create a clipping mask above these triangles. Press Ctrl U. First of all, bring down the saturation. That's going to make it black and white. And then press Ctrl L and make it really vivid colors with like really poppy blacks and whites. Sweet. Then we have basically done that. Now again, you can change this saw text. We can try and find something nicer. I'm not going to spend too much longer on this tutorial. About that. Yeah, we can try Black Ops 2. Bring it down. No. It's okay. We'll leave it like that. And that's what we get for that one. Might chuck on a small drop shadow. Alright, and also go to my Wolf's style pack. Go to this one, copy this one, and paste that onto there. Right, sweet. And then we have that text done. So thank you so much for watching the tutorial. I'm not going to do all these little text, but you can if you want to. And hopefully you learned something new, all these little different little like interlane styles. Again, not exactly the same effect, a little bit different. But yeah, hopefully you learned something new. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in the next tutorial. Bye guys.